Hey everyone! The form we're going to be learning today is 따름이다. 따름 means only or just and nothing else and nothing more. Basically, only. But wait, there's another word that also means only or just and nothing else and nothing more. I've actually taught it before. The word bun also means this exact same thing. It's the exact same thing. The difference is that this is a little bit more emphatic than bun, but it has the same meaning. Basically, again, only, but not just only. It's just like that's it. There's nothing else, only that. So how do you use this form? It's pretty easy. You take a verb stem, so that's just any verb with ta removed. No exceptions. Well, actually, that's not true. There are exceptions. Verbs that end with this letter, we'll just keep this letter at the end. But you take a verb stem, and then you attach if it ends with a consonant, so 먹다 is 먹을, or attach a lir, the L letter, if it ends with a vowel. So 가다 would be 갈. Then you attach 따름이다 and conjugate ida. This is just to be. So you can conjugate as 입니다, 이에요, 이었습니다, 이었어요, anything like that. So you can technically replace any sentence that has 따름 with bun and ida. So what is this form then? Why would you use this form instead of bun? Because bun is pretty common to say like only or just. Well, this form is formal, so it's less common than bun. So you're not going to use it that much, but you might see other people use it. Now, this can be either the regular verb stem or it can be the past tense verb stem, which would be instead of 하다, normally you get 했, like 했어요. Whenever you reach this double letter when you're conjugating the past tense, that's the stem. Everything after that gets cut off. This is the stem, and then you'll always attach So you can use this with the regular stem, like 할, or past tense, 했을. And you could also use ida in the past tense if you want to say it was only. This form can be used with both action verbs and descriptive verbs, but the nuance is slightly different. And this is something unique to this form that 분이다 does not have. Literally, it always means the same thing, but the nuance when you use it with an action verb is just that, just only. You can think of it as just saying the adverb 그냥, just like 분이다. But when you use this with a descriptive verb, let's use it with 감사하다, to be thankful. Literally, you're saying, I'm just thankful. But the nuance of that is basically saying so. So I am so thankful. By literally saying, I am only and nothing else. Like, I'm only so thankful and nothing else. That's all I am is thankful. Meaning like, I'm full of it. Not full of it, but I'm full of whatever the descriptive verb is. So it's most commonly used with descriptive verbs that show emotion. Emotion. Like you can feel appreciation. You can feel like hope or regret or sorrow or surprise or tired. Any way that you feel is going to mean that it's just stronger with this form. Again, it's like saying so. Because it means only and nothing else, this is like saying, I have nothing but hope, because you're literally saying only that. Or to be just so, I'm just so thankful. Because again, you're saying only thankful and nothing else. I'm just so thankful. And then for more emphasis, you could also think of it as meaning, I'm just so thankful, that's all. It just has that emphasis, like, that's all, like, and nothing else, right? All I am is just thankful. So if you use this form, most of the time it's going to be used with a descriptive verb, and that will be some sort of emotion, some way that you feel, and it means so much. So I said you could replace this with 분이다, but you cannot always go back from 분이다 to 따름이다. Because 분이다 has actually two options with verbs. You can do bun or you can do bun using the verb ida. There are some differences between these, which I already taught in my other live stream. But the reason you cannot do this with 따름, you cannot have 따름 as the verb, is because of what I just said. When you use this with the descriptive verb, it's a descriptive verb that shows emotion or how you feel. And ida does not do that. It is simply to be. So if you wanted to say something is only with ida, you would not use 일, 따름. So let's do a couple examples. 친구들에게, to my friends. 친구들에게 고마울, that's 고맙다, to be grateful, to feel grateful. 고마울 따름입니다. So I am only, and nothing else, and nothing more, grateful to my friends, is what you're saying literally. That's like saying, I have nothing but gratitude for my friends, or I'm just so thankful to my friends, that's all. Again, it's just emphasizing that there's nothing more, but by doing that, you're expressing it strongly. Now, there are cases when it's not only used with a descriptive verb. I'll give you a sentence next that's using an action verb, but in real usage, this will be used with a descriptive verb 99% of the time. 저는, so I, 기억나는 대로, so as I remember, so what I remember, you can think of this as like what. I have a separate live stream about this if you're curious. 말하다, to speak. 말했을, so past tense. 따름, only, 이에요. It's only I said what I remember. So all I said was what I remember. 저는 기억나는 대로 말했을 따름이에요. I only, or I just said what I remembered. 저는 기억나는 대로 말했을 따름이에요. So this one uses an action verb, 말하다, to say. So it's only that I said what I remember. In this case, because it's an action verb, it really just means that's it. It's only that and nothing else. 저는 기억나는 대로 말했을 따름이에요. So all I did was I said what I remember. 저는 해야 할 일을 했을 따름입니다. So all it is I did, 했을, 해야 하다, that I have to do. 해야 할 일, the job that I need to do. 해야 할 일, thing I need to do. So all I did was what I'm supposed to do. 저는 해야 할 일을 했을 따름입니다. 제가 도울 게 없다니 안타까울 따름이에요. So 돕다, to help. 도울 게, something to help with. 없다, there is nothing for me to help with. This ni ending, it's not because, it's the reactive ending ni, which I've done a separate live stream about. Basically, you can think of it as being like to think. Wow, to think that there's nothing for me to help with, like that. So to think there's nothing for me to help with. 안타깝다. Oh, that's too bad. That's unfortunate. 안타까울 따름이에요. It's nothing but unfortunate that there's nothing I can help with. 제가 도울 게 없다니 안타까울 따름이에요. 맛있게 드시다, to enjoy, eating. So 맛있게 드셨다니, to think that you enjoyed eating it. 감사할 따름이에요. I am just so thankful that you enjoyed the meal. 맛있게 드셨다니 감사할 따름이에요. I feel so grateful that you enjoyed the meal. 저 역시, 역시 is as expected, like what I thought, just as I thought. 죄송하다 is to be sorry. 죄송할 따름이에요. I'm just so sorry. Basically, you know, I'm just so sorry. 저 역시 죄송할 따름이에요. 잠, sleep, 부족하다, to be insufficient. So if you say something is 부족하다, it means that you don't have enough of it. 잠이 부족해서, so 잠이 부족하다 means I'm not getting enough sleep. 피곤하다, to be tired. 피곤할 따름, I'm so tired. 잠이 부족해서 피곤할 따름이지만, however, 괜찮아요. I'm okay. I'm just so tired because I'm not getting enough sleep, but 괜찮아요. I'm okay. 잠이 부족해서 피곤할 따름이지만, 괜찮아요. I'm just so tired because I'm not sleeping enough, or I'm not getting enough sleep, but I'm okay. I'm not okay. 다들 어떻게 공부를 하는지 궁금할 따름이었어요. 다들 is everyone, all of you. 어떻게 공부를 하는지, how all of you are studying. This T form is used for any sort of unknown information. I have a separate live stream that goes all over every usage of this, but basically, how all of you are studying, 궁금하다, to be curious how all of you are studying, 궁금할 따름, 이었어요. Past tense. So I was only curious. Notice that this one's in present tense. 궁금할. But this one's in past tense. That's fine to do. You can do either one. So basically you're saying the situation was only that I was curious how everyone is studying. I was just so curious how everyone is studying. 다들 어떻게 공부를 하는지 궁금할 따름이었어요. So I was just so curious how all of you are studying. So that is our lesson. Now all of you are masters at using 따름이다. Thank you everyone for coming, and I will see you again next time. 그럼 다음에 또 봐.